Good morning, people. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning. Actually, it's only 20 to 8 in the morning. It's Saturday morning, and we are in Lakeside Holiday Park in Mount Shannon, where I came just to review the eco pitches, which you would have seen last week. Wait till we get a bit of light here. I'm sitting in the T3. Mutley is over there, doing what he does best. Anyway, the plan. Last year, we were in Lynders Holiday Parks in Ruski, and they had just taken over and made a few changes, but they had big changes on the cards, i.e. they were putting in toilet and shower blocks. There was only 2 toilets there, a little porta cabin. They were going to build a restaurant on the waterfront because the campsite in Ruski is right on the Shannon. They were going to get the petrol pumps going again on the dock for the boats. They had loads of plans. They were putting in, the pitches at the moment are all gravel. If you go back on our map, if you go to charlieandme.ie, click on the map and just look for Linders Ruski, you will see the video when we were there. So that weekend when we were there, I said to Jerry and the staff, let's pencil in a date and we'll come back, and that date is today. So it just so happens that it's an hour and a half from here. We're going to make our way to Roscommon. A chap got in touch with me that owns a pet shop in Roscommon, and he asked would we call in on the way, that he's got a gift for Charlie and he would love to see my T3 Dream, the VW camper. So we're going to do that on the way. I also burst my pair of sandals, so I've got to go and get a new pair of sandals while in Roscommon. And as I say, then we'll make our way to Linders in Ruski. It's Lynders Holiday Parks. They also have one in Portrane in Dublin. Again, if you search for Linders on the map, you'll see those videos. So it's too early to move as yet. We've had breakfast. I've got to take the windscreen covers off this. I've got to unplug, got to go empty the grey water. Basically, we're not going to leave here in a hurry because it's another beautiful morning. Just let me show you where we are before we leave here. That's where we are. This is our pitch. We moved from the eco pitch to here. But look at that. A couple of swans and chicks. And that's how quiet it is here. So, gonna pack up, bring this guy for a walk, and then next time we talk to you, we will be in Ruski. We have made it to Lynders Holiday Parks Roosky. If I think of it, I'll put a link up to the video the first time and only time we were here. The guys had just taken over it. There are massive plans for this place. So when I was here last time, I penciled in this date to come back and see what changes were made, but due to planning regulations and blah blah blah, not many changes have been made. But when I was here last time, there were just 2 toilets. Now there are code activated gents toilets, ladies showers and gents tower. The campsite has not changed much at all, to be honest. The plan is this building behind me will be knocked in toilets and showers, but for the moment there are toilets and showers. Another change that has been made is the shop.
The shop when we were here last just had knickknacks in it. This is on the Shannon, this campsite, so obviously it's big for boaters and it's big for fishing. So the shop is now a full-fledged fishing tackle shop, which we'll show you now in a second. They're hoping to get the petrol station open for the boats possibly next season, but the fishing shop is open, and this is new. It's a coffee dock and pastry docks, and I think it's open till 5 o'clock in the evening, and it's busy, as you can see. In fact, there's a boat here getting ready to go into the tackle shop, but they will be serving diesel and boat fuel possibly next season. It's not on the top of the list of things to do, but let's take a look in at the tackle shop. Last time we were here, this was just the office. Bear in mind, they were only open 6 or 8 weeks, and they were selling all this knick-knack and local artifacts. And now that lady there is Natasha, and Natasha knows all things fishing. So as I said, we're on the Shannon, and a lot of the boats are cruisers, but there's a lot of fishing. Look at this. Now, I don't know a hook from a weight, to be honest, but look, I think that's a float. Yeah, that's a float, and I know that because it says it there. And do you know what? I'm just going to show. Natasha, do you do bait?
Yes, we do.
Live bait?
Live bait and dead bait.
They do live bait, dead bait. So it's a full-fledged fishing tackle shop.
It is indeed.
They do nets. They do fishing rods. I used to call them fishing sticks, but I'm not going to say that now in front of a girl who knows her crap. Look, reels, and they still do what I do call knickknacks, souvenirs from the region. And outside as well, actually, there's a stand for fishing tackle and fishing rods. This is where you will come in and check into reception. Now, you book online. The gate, as I said in the last video, will read your reg. There's no need for staff to be here, but there is staff here now that this shop is here. That coffee shop is out there as well. The local chippers deliver as well, which they didn't do the last time we were here, and we will take advantage of that later on, and I'll tell you how good it was. We spend months, years praying for heat like we've had the last few days. That poor guy can't handle it at all. I walked him at 6 o'clock this morning in County Clare. I won't be taking him out. It's now 7:30 in the evening. We won't, but we've been out sitting over there chatting to a couple in that caravan next to us. So we've been sitting in the shade for a while, but the poor kid, it's killing him. And I've got the Max fan that we got from Happy Turf, which I just turned it off now while we're chatting because it's pretty noisy when it's on full. Hang on. That's it on 100% blowing in air. It's pretty noisy. Yeah, I'm going back onto the bed. Anyway, I would have shown you the link to Lynders Holiday Park Roosky. So we were here November last year. And based on that, right, November last year when that video went up, the couple in that caravan booked here. And they've only been to here and Linders in Port Rand based on Charlie and me videos. That caravan is owned by a man called Principal Skinner. I kid you not. Principal Skinner and his beautiful wife are next door. I want to say hi to Gary and his sister who came over to say hello to us as well. We were chatting for about 20 minutes. I want to say a big thank you to Paul at Wagon Tails and Hope, their dachshund, for the beautiful gifts that they gave Charlie as we drove through Roscommon. We really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. So Linders hasn't changed much. The plans are afoot. This place is going to be fantastic. They're in the process of purchasing a field behind us for more pitches. They're just waiting for planning to come in for the restaurant. I'm loving the new coffee dock that's there. Natasha is doing a great job if you're into your fishing. Everything you want from start to finish, from fishing rods to live bait, dead bait. It's fantastic. Right, another short video because we've been here before. We will be back again when more changes are made to the building. So as you saw, the toilets are in, the showers are in. You get a key code to get into them. It's the same key code that gets you out the gate when you're leaving, but its car registration reader gets you in the gate. But if that doesn't work, there's a key code that you have will get you in the gate as well. 18 pitches in total. It's packed. It's been packed for the last 2 weeks. It's going to be packed for the next 2 weeks, especially with this weather. From Charlie Brown, where is he? There he is. From me, Aaron, thanks for watching. Thank you for your support. And remember, like Principal Skinner and like Gary and like his sister, if you see us on site, please do call over and say hi. Take care of yourself. We'll talk to you again very, very soon.